against Trump. I personally think it's YouTube, so we can't go too crazy on it. But just to let you know, this is a
Right.
crypto channel, as you know, right? This is a blockchain crypto channel. But that was a big deal what happened yesterday. So I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You believe that it was a 20-year-old kid that hopped on a roof and somehow the Secret Service didn't notice him?
I believe that somebody is held responsible for that, man. I don't know if it's the CIA or somewhere like that, but it's definitely. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I mean, it's kind of common sense.
You want to go that
Let's
route
just
right now,
jump right
bro.
into. Let's jump into the pot, man. 20-year-old kid, yeah, yeah. I think somebody's really responsible for it. It was outrageous. I mean,
Well,
what's your point on it? What's your take on that?
well, my brother shoots guns, and you're from a state where everybody has guns, Second Amendment rights. So this is what I think.
I'm
My personal opinion,
yeah.
again, this is I'm not saying that I know or I'm an expert or anything, but there's no way a 20-year-old kid hops up onto a roof and shoots the president of the United States without extremely good training. My brother said that it has to be somebody that's so good that they're basically a prodigy at what they do. Like, just it might listen. This the way I look at it is kind of like they're lying something, like Kennedy style lying. And there's probably a situation where it might have been a foreign government involved in it. I'm just saying that's what I think personally. I don't think that, they have all kinds of high tech equipment now that you can hide yourself, so they can't detect you with like equipment that other governments use. So I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. But
I
what's your
mean,
opinion on that, though?
it's well, it's pretty, man. It's self-explanatory, man. A 20-year-old kid off 3 inches from his target. I mean, come on, man. It's that's definitely a premeditated type of thing, man. And I believe, my personal opinion, without me getting banned on my own thing, it was kind of somebody is somebody is pretty Secret Service. Somebody is responsible, man. That shouldn't have happened. I mean, it just really shouldn't have happened. So I think it was kind of set up that way, not by Trump, like everybody's saying. That's a bunch of malarkey, but it's definitely a setup type of thing, bro. I mean, come on, man. It's just 20-year-old kid that looks like he just woke up maybe 20 minutes before that. I mean, come on, man. I mean, look, I'm a register going on. I've been registered for the last 10, 15 years, right? Out here in Vegas, like you say, everybody has a gun, right? I just don't see no one getting away with that. Actually, when Trump came out here, I'll be honest with you, that was my concern with him coming out here. I thought somebody was going to try to kind of really go after him because he was in the middle of Sunset Park. So I just, it's not surprising, Mike. Unfortunately, I hate to say it like that. It's not surprising that somebody would try to take Trump out, but on with that, man. I really can't put my finger on it, but it's a little fishy. It's a little fishy, And
No,
I mean, I want to get deep into it, man, but it's certain things I just know I can't say right now. You know what I mean? But I really want to go pretty deep into that. But yeah,
don't worry.
it's peculiar.
Definitely. So anyway, with that aside, I want to talk about cryptocurrency. So since last time I talked to you, and when we were hanging out in Nevada last year, we haven't really talked about it. But I'm sure you've noticed that there's been a lot of movements in the cryptocurrency space. Like past few months, it was going up for a little bit, then it went down again. So you're a beginner. Have you begun investing in cryptocurrency yet, or no?
Slightly. I'm trying to learn from you from this, man. But I really got my hands in stock, the regular stock, gold and silver and coins like that. But I'm trying to dig my way through it and learn a little bit about it, man, and get a little comfortable with it. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with that right now,
I'm
Mike. I
just
mean,
curious. I'm just curious.
tell me.
Okay, so check this out. So what do you think of? Why do you like stocks? Why do you prefer stocks to cryptocurrency?
Okay, you broke up just a little bit there.
Why do you prefer stocks to cryptocurrency?
Well, it's safer.
Safer? What does that mean? Safer?
Am I safer? That's as far as my knowledge of cryptocurrency. It's just, I mean, I can see what I'm putting into something and see what I'm taking out. I mean, I love crypto. I just can't wrap my current head around it like I can with stocks. Because I've been doing stocks for the last 5 years now. So, as far as the gold and stuff like that and Tesla and all this other stuff. But yeah, I mean, That's why I'm on with you, man, because you're finna tell me all about
Listen,
it.
it's fine, but
I want to learn.
I want to know what's what I want to know is what's scary about cryptocurrency that you say that stocks are you can understand them more. How come you can't what so you can take money out of the stock market and you can take money
Well,
you can put money in and put money
well,
out. Okay, so
yeah.
tell me explain to me how that differs from cryptocurrency because you can download a centralized exchange, for example, a Coinbase or a Robinhood, and you can do the same thing.
Well, okay, that's okay. Stocks. I used to do real estate, so stocks is kind of pretty much a bottom line of real estate, right? Um, it's just my understanding of crypto and stocks comparing this. I guess I just not opening my brain enough up for it. You know what I mean? I can't grasp my mind around it. But as far as safety, it's like real estate, man. You know, you see a piece of land, you see it is there, you invest, you pull it out, you buy it, you flip it, or whatever you want to do. Or you crypto, I can't see it. you
Okay, so
know,
you didn't watch
you
my
know.
video on the top five. You didn't watch my video on the top five cryptocurrencies for beginners, right? Did you watch that video or no?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, well, when you get a chance, I'll do a recap. So my top five top picks. First, that was Bitcoin. That's the OG, the gold standard, the original
Right,
cryptocurrency. Then you have Ethereum, number two, second biggest in market cap. You know market cap, right? Stock markets, market capitalization. You got your Teslas,
right,
valued trillions of dollars. You got
right.
other companies like Visa, valued at billions. So you got Bitcoin, gold standard. Ethereum is Web 3.0. So you had Web 1.0, which is basically search engines. Web 2.0, which is social media. Web 3.0 is the future. It's decentralized applications, decentralized social media. For example, you have Telegram. That's an example of, in my opinion, of 3.0.
Right.
Ethereum is where you build applications for 3.0, Web 3.0, and you can also make other cryptocurrencies. Number three, you have Solana, which is the Ethereum killer, which is the same thing as Ethereum, but just faster, cheaper. Then you get into a one called XRP. Have you ever heard of XRP before?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, do you know what it does or what it's supposed to do?
No, not really, not really.
Okay, so when you're in banking, you have this thing called the SWIFT system. You ever heard of the SWIFT system before?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Let's say one country, the USA, wants to send $5 billion to Switzerland. It takes 2 to 3 days, and it costs a lot of money. With XRP, they
Okay.
can do it in a matter of seconds, and it's much faster, like and cheaper. Like it takes cents, literally cents.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
with
Got
XRP,
you.
you can also it's also 24/7 in the sense that if a bank sends money from one country to another country, it it can only process it on business days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. With XRP, you can send it weekdays or on the weekend, anytime.
Okay.
Then you have other
Okay.
cryptocurrencies like meme coins, which people just like because they're funny and they're volatile. That means they go up and down in price. And you have Shiba Inu, which is one that I like. It's a meme coin, but it has a lot of other use cases. For example, I bought a sweater, a champion sweater that was made with Shiba Inu's technology. And instead of them giving me a certificate of authentication, what they did was that they actually put a chip into the clothing. So I can use a scanner on my phone to scan the clothing and it tells me that it's authentic.
Okay.
So what do you
Okay.
think of any of these
Okay.
cryptocurrencies? Or like there's also something coming in that's called there's two kind of systems I want to talk to you about as well. DPIN. Do you know what DPIN is?
No, I do not. No, I do not. I've
Okay.
heard of that. Like I said, I know some. Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, go no, it's fine. It's a conversation. So anyway, there's a company
Yeah, yeah,
called
I'm
Demo
listening.
on there's a company called Demo on Rhode Island, and what this company does is they give you a little apparatus that you attach to your car, and they actually pay you in cryptocurrency instead of using U.S. dollars to drive around and map out areas, kind of like Google Maps was saying people originally to drive around and basically just map out areas.
Yeah,
Thing you can
I
invest
know
into
what you're
that,
talking about.
and there's these things called real world assets. So we talked about XRP. XRP specifically, they're gonna do things like put gold onto the blockchain, silver onto the blockchain. So you can invest in gold and silver, but instead of investing into the hard asset, you're investing to a cryptocurrency that's attached to it, just like the US dollar is attached to it.
Hmm. Okay. I think this is where I have an issue, or not an issue, or a misunderstanding with crypto. How do you how do you touch it? How do you grab it out? How do you right? See, I'm used to touch Philly type stuff. How do you grasp it? How do you touch it? Like
Well,
real
how do you touch
estate.
a
Like I go
stock?
back to real estate.
How do you touch a stock? Forget about
Well,
real
go.
estate. How do you touch a stock?
Well, go.
Huh?
Well,
Sorry?
gold. Gold is gold. Gold is something that I can go touch. So
Okay,
that's
great.
why I invest in gold.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay, but you talk about stock Tesla. How do you touch Tesla?
Well, I'm in one now, so I'm touching it. I'm driving it. I'm
This I mean I
experiencing
mean the
it.
stock
You
itself
know.
because you don't get paid for driving the Tesla. The stock itself. How do you touch the stock
Well,
itself?
well, well. See, this is where and you're right, but this is where I can't see it because I can see Tesla. My thing is about Bitcoin. I can't see it, and I'm just saying, that's where I just don't understand it. I'm not doubting it or anything else, but I can, I can drive it. I'm not saying I can't, it's not stock, but I can see the product. So
Okay, so I,
that's yeah.
so would you invest in Google?
Yeah. I have,
Okay,
and I know your question. I already know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
what is it?
How can you touch it?
The
Right.
internet,
Right.
basically the
Yeah.
internet, when it first came out in the mid '90s, people were like, "This is a fad. This is fake. It has no value." There was an interview with Bill Gates and one of
Yeah.
the I forget the late night show host that he was basically like, Bill Gates was like, "Oh, you can see the scores for a baseball game. You can see the weather." He's like, "I can see that in the newspaper. What do I need the internet for?"
Right. Right.
All I'm saying is that I
Okay.
think that it's very, really, really early, and I'm not telling anybody what to invest in. I'm not saying I can't give financial advice. I'm just saying that I think that for you, as the cryptocurrency evolves, I think real world assets are something that you're probably looking for, things that are attached to it. Because, like example, I want to ask, how does the U.S. dollar have value? What, like, that in the
Oh man.
1970s we got off of that, right? The gold standard, so it's not pegged to to the gold. It's basically just, I don't know what it is. Tell me, how does the U.S. dollar have value?
I mean, really, it don't as much value. It does. It doesn't have a lot of value now, Mike. So yeah,
No, but
it's
I'm saying
just
like when
paper.
you go to
You know.
the store and use $5 to buy something, to buy
Well, you.
bread.
Yeah, you
What,
exchange
what
something. Right.
why does somebody why do they care? Like how why they like why do they accept your $5?
Because it's something that they can touch, look at, put
Well, with a
away,
credit card, can they touch
invest.
it? With a credit card, can they touch it?
You know what? Yeah, you're right. But see, I think you know what I think it is, Mike, and you're right, bro. I think it's
And again, we're just having a
for me.
conversation. It's not.
I'm so
Yeah.
old.
Remember, brother, we're just having a conversation.
I'm
We're
so
not. Don't worry about like being
yeah.
too philosophical. So you
No,
just
no,
talk off
no,
the
no,
dome.
no,
You're
no,
really good at
no, no.
talking.
Yeah, right, right. And so what I'm saying is that I'm old school, right? Um, that's my thing. I'm just like I said from the beginning. I have a problem with what I can't touch or feel or invest and stuff like that. And I know, hey, I'm not saying I don't. Hey, I know a few people that's into crypto that's doing, including yourself, that's doing well. For me personally, that's what my hangup is. You know what I mean? I mean, I just somebody just told me a couple of days ago, kind of like what you're saying. He said, James, you know what it is? I think is you're not opening your mind up enough as far as you want to know too much about crypto. I want to know every pinpoint. How does this work? How does this come from this point to that point? How does if you put $1,000 to every point and like how does that work? And I think I'm kind of hung up on that. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, man. I know it's not that difficult. It's just I can't wrap my brain around that quite yet. That's where I think my
No,
hang
hey,
up
I
is.
totally understand because when I was doing some business in Hong Kong, one time somebody was like, they're trying to sell me a product, and they were like, "Hey, you can make money off of this." It was new skin, it was multi-level marketing, but the point it was like they were like talking about this new apparatus that you could put some numbers into it. It could touch your skin, and then it could tell you what kind of like creams it could actually make for you personally. And somebody was like, "How does it work?" And they were like, "Hey, can you open up an iPhone and tell me how it works?" No, all you know is that it works. You can call somebody, you can have YouTube live chats like this. I think that's where a lot of people get hung up, is that
Right.
people try to overthink things that are really new.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, I was just told that. I was just told that by another guy. He said, "Man, you're overthinking it." You know what I mean? And yeah, it sounds like I am overthinking it. You know what I mean? But it's just, yeah, that's the only hang up, man. It's not like I doubt the crypto at all. You know, I know a few people that's doing well at it. For me though, I'm just, I guess I want to know too much about it. I guess I'm, yeah, I just want to know the
Hey,
intricate.
if
I'm a person that got,
I have an intern, by the way,
yeah,
and I actually gave him a homework assignment. He actually had to read what's called the Bitcoin white paper. The person that created Bitcoin, his name is Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows if he's a real person or if it's a group of people. but it's a 9-page
Yep.
paper that I think everybody should read
Yep.
to understand what cryptocurrency
Oh,
is. Well, Bitcoin specifically, because every other cryptocurrency was made after Bitcoin to mimic Bitcoin and to add a certain kind
yeah.
of value. For example, like I said, I
Yeah.
explained those other cryptocurrencies. And again, there's cryptocurrencies for real world assets, tied to gold, tied to silver, tied to copper, tied to. There's actually ones that are tied
Right.
to real estate. They have what's called tokenized real estate. So it's like, you know how you buy a condo,
Nice.
you're basically buying a piece of the whole property, you're not buying the apartment itself, the condo itself.
Yeah.
They have
Right.
this thing called
Right.
tokenized real
Absolutely.
estate,
You're
which is
right.
actually getting big in Austin, Texas. So I think that's something that you might be
Hmm.
interested in.
I need to. Yeah. I need to look into that. I need to look into that very soon because you know I'm moving to Texas here very soon, man. Like at the
Oh,
end. Well,
really?
uh, January. Yeah. Dallas, man.
Houston? Oh,
Yep.
Dallas, come on, bro.
That's
You're a Houston guy. I
yeah.
told you this before.
Man, Dallas, bro. Dallas, I fell in love with Dallas, Mike. I'm got Dallas is my thing, man. I fell in love with the place. Houston, I don't know, man. I've never been to Houston, but Dallas, it remind me of Vegas. It has the
Okay.
same vibe as Vegas, man. I mean, we just hit 120 degrees last week, bro. So
Yeah, definitely, bro. I
without
was
the
in
water,
Arizona. I was
yeah,
in Arizona, bro. We were hitting degrees. So I want to like ask a question.
yeah,
Like, do you know about the
sure.
Texas Stock Exchange? The news that dropped like 2 weeks ago. Did you hear about it?
The news that dropped to the Texas. No, I didn't.
Texas Stock Exchange. You know how we have the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I just heard you clearly. Yep, yep. Texas
Yeah.
Stock
So they
Exchange.
have
Yeah.
the Texas Stock Exchange that's actually opening up, supposedly like next year, the year after. They're going to compete with those
Okay.
stock exchanges in New York City, but on top of that, they're actually going to add cryptocurrency, mostly cryptocurrencies tied to real world assets. Investors in there are BlackRock and a few other organizations as well that are really interested and focused on
BlackRock.
really transitioning to that, that market, the cryptocurrency market. So, do you know what an exchange traded fund is? An ETF?
ATF. Yeah.
ETF, exchange traded fund.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just actually launched exchange traded funds for Bitcoin, and there's going to be one for
Okay.
Ethereum launching soon. That means that these cryptocurrencies, every time they have an exchange traded fund launched, cryptocurrency is going on the stock market. You can now buy Bitcoin and pretty soon Ethereum on the stock market. You don't have to go to, just like you buy a regular stock.
I heard about that. I heard about that. I heard about that. I heard about that. That's what's giving me a little interest in Bitcoin and the whole crypto thing. You know what I mean? Yep. I've just heard about that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I talk at universities, as you know. So I actually talked to students at Suffolk University a couple months ago, where I got my intern from, and I explained to them that right now the cryptocurrency market is around rallied around 2.5 million, between 2 trillion and 2.5 trillion. It's fluctuating. Pretty soon,
Okay.
what you're going to see is that the crypto market, probably in this cycle, we call it the bull market cycle, is going to go up to probably between, I'm estimating, low end $8 trillion and high end $15 trillion. And
Okay.
there's a gentleman called Michael Saylor that pretty soon after that, between 2026 and 2030, it's going to go up to anywhere between 80 trillion to 100 trillion dollars. So if it's at
Okay.
2.5 trillion dollars now, and it might go to 100 trillion dollars within 8 years, isn't that something that would excite you? Like, that
Okay.
you might want to make you like actually invest in it or try it out.
Let's try it out, man. Yeah. Yep. 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 I hear you. Yeah. I mean, you came through a little choppy there, Mike, but I think I heard you say, "Do I want to try it out?" Absolutely. Yeah.
Uh, Okay, well, again, I'm
You,
not
you,
a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to invest in. But if I were you, what I would do is once we hop off this call pretty soon. By the way, there's a gentleman called Omega Shogun. Thanks for joining us, brother. We'll get to you real quick. Actually, this is good because he says I'm not
here,
able
let me
to
ask
get
you this, Mike.
mine. 1 second. Sorry, Mike, you got to help me get that Solana. Okay, so if I was gonna buy cryptocurrency, what I would do is you can't buy it on Robinhood in the U.S. I would download Gemini
NB.
or Coinbase,
Oh,
one of those applications.
Coinbase. Yep. That's what I was just told about Coinbase, man. I just looked at that the other day. There's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Once you download
Okay. Okay.
Coinbase, they're gonna do what is KYC, know your customer, know your client. They're gonna ask you for information, your ID. Personally,
Okay.
I would use my passport and then put in your information. Hey, I'm just saying, I use my passport to sign up for Coinbase. There's
Right.
certain
Right.
reasons I
Right.
can't
Right.
talk
Right.
about on
Right.
YouTube, but
Okay.
I'll explain to you afterwards. And then you put in your address and everything
Okay.
else. And then once you have that, then you just connect your bank account. It should take 2 to 3 days, and then you could just start by buying some. And then you don't put a lot of money. Don't put the
What's
right money in. But like you can literally, a lot of people don't know this. So a whole Bitcoin costs $60,000, right? You can put as little as
right?
$1 into any cryptocurrency. So you can literally buy $1
I was
Bitcoin.
just gonna ask you that. Yeah. Okay. 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 So what's your what do you think is a reasonable investment, first time investment of a person like myself that's just way I don't know nothing about the what do you think I should be putting in right now? I mean, what do you think is a safe investment?
I mean, I'm not sure about your financial situation, but if I were you,
Yeah.
what I would do is an amount that you're not afraid to lose. Literally, I would start with like $5, bro. Like if I was gonna do it, I literally go on there. The other day, I was with my friend, acquaintance, I guess. We just met a couple months ago, but we gotten really close. We work together. His name is Jones. I call him Jones. You see him on Instagram sometimes with me.
Okay.
Hey, I'm with Jones. Jones, what do you think of this? Jones, what do you think of that? Anyway, Jones, he was like, Mike, you're always talking about crypto. You're making these crypto videos. How do I actually buy crypto? And I was like, I helped him download a Coinbase account. I was like, okay, bro, buy $5 of Bitcoin right now. Boom, he did it super quick.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what I would
All
do.
right.
So
Okay.
anyway, actually, I'm not sure how he did it because it was really, was it Coinbase? I mean, it might have been the Cash App or something, but it was something where it was really fast. I was able to connect it really fast. Usually, again, it takes 2 to 3 days, but some of these apps are a little faster. So somebody else,
Yeah.
my life, they said you can buy the crypto in an ETF, but do you truly own it? Okay, listen, when you buy crypto with an ETF, you
Yeah.
don't own the ETF. You don't own the crypto, rather. Their
Okay.
organization, like for example, let's say you buy it through BlackRock, they own the crypto. You own the ETF
Hmm.
that basically trades with the crypto. It mirrors the crypto. So if it goes up, it goes up with the crypto. If it goes down, it goes down with the crypto. But you don't own the crypto
Okay.
yourself.
Okay. That makes
The only way you really own the crypto is if you buy the crypto and then you have a what is called a, let me keep this simple, a hot wallet where you transfer the crypto you buy on Coinbase to the hot wallet where
okay.
you own it.
Okay.
But the only
Okay.
problem with that is that you become your own bank. It's called self custody, James. And we're to ask me questions.
Okay.
You own the asset. However, if you get locked out of that wallet, then you lose all your money. There's always a
Got you.
balance.
Got you.
So if you have Coinbase hold it or another crypto exchange, that centralized exchange we call them, they own it. And let's be honest, a bank owns your money. You don't take your money out. You're basically loaning it to them in case something
You
happens.
know, I was just, I was just gonna say that, Mike. Something to get that opened up real estate, right? You know, you buy a house, you don't own the land, right? So, you know, I think most people like myself need to hear stuff like that because it closes the gap, bro. It closes like, okay, now, all right, now, okay, now I got a better understand. You know, you just opened up a couple doors that I just never understood that I've heard before, but you said it in a way that I understand it. Okay, all right,
That's why people
okay,
get into
all right,
cryptocurrency specifically is because when you buy a house, they can take it away from you, right?
right,
Okay, when you
yeah,
buy stocks, usually it's usually through a broker. They can take it away from you. In theory, when you might have money in a bank, they
yeah,
can take it away from you. If you buy cryptocurrency and you hold it in self storage style, like with a hard wallet, let's just say a USB, keep it simple, a USB,
yeah.
they cannot take that away from you unless they physically go to your house and take the USB from you.
Got you, got you, got you, got you. Okay, okay, and that's some of my
And let's
fears
just
of.
say, okay, it was a scary time yesterday, right? With what happened. Let's just say, I'm just saying, let's just say, for example, there's a civil war in the U.S.
Yeah.
and you have to get the heck out of here. You have to go to Mexico or you got to go somewhere. Can you right now take
Mhm.
$10,000 out of the bank and take that money with you on an airplane?
You're right. No, no, you can't. Right,
Can you take gold with you on an airplane? ten
right.
thousand dollars worth of gold.
Nope,
But that
can't.
USB,
Can't do it.
that USB with, let's say you have $10,000 worth of crypto. Can you take that USB on you on an
Okay.
airplane?
Well, yeah, I would think you can.
Definitely. So I think
Right.
that that's how you basically
Okay.
say it. People get into crypto for two reasons. Their original reason was because people wanted to be able to have own their own value, their own money, have their own piece of virtual real estate that nobody could touch. One, two, be able to send it,
Mhm.
or internationally within seconds. Because again, you can send it cryptocurrency the way you can do with XRP, and that's the example I used. But to my intern in Tokyo, I send him Solana all the time, and it gets there, bro, in seconds.
Okay.
Seconds. I sent him $100 with the Solana one time. It charged me 0.007 cents.
Okay.
If I go to Western Union,
Okay.
bro, it
Okay.
takes a few hours and they charge me money. If I send $100 in Western Union, they're probably gonna charge me like $15.
Okay, Mike. Let me ask you this. Okay, I understood. I got that. Really did. I read. You explained that very well. How are you sure? And I know, hey man, we're not sure of anything. But how do you? How are you? How is crypto so sure that no one can come take it? Or do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, like you said, the guy who owns crypto, we don't know if he's a human or not, right?
Yeah,
That's another thing that.
it's decentralized. It's what's called
Right.
decentralized. So that means that nobody
Okay.
owns it. It's basically run on a bunch of miners on the world, people that basically everybody, the individuals that are their own central bank that have hardware that they mine it,
It's
they create
invest.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
51%
Okay.
of the hardware pieces are on the world. I'm trying to explain it as simplest way possible. Let's say that
Okay.
you have a crypto mine. I have a crypto mine. My brother has a crypto mine. My mom has a crypto mine. There's four of us.
Okay.
Every time that one
Okay.
person sends crypto from, let's say I send crypto from me to you, three of us have to agree that that's an actual transaction that
Yeah.
took place, and we have to
Okay.
record it on the whole system. 51% of miners around the world have to basically agree that the transaction took place and it's legit. But no
Got you.
one
Okay.
person owns it.
Okay.
Does that make sense, or is that
Right.
too difficult to explain?
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So it's yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay. It's a pool of no one owns it, but it's there. Right.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
you. I
So
got you.
James, somebody said I don't trust these financial institutions. I'll hold it myself. I'm loving the live. Keep them coming. Oh, they're loving the lives. Okay, sorry, I didn't. I was reading it directly. They're loving the lives. They like the fact that we're talking this way, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people got these questions, Mike. I mean, that's the fears, and I think it's fears. I mean, it's just who wants to say they're scared of anything, but yeah, it's a fear of new. People are going to be a little, especially now. Like let's go. And that's something like you said, you can't touch or grab or pull out, and you can, now, but it's not. When you that's what we look for. We want to kick it and punch it and touch it and slap it and all of this, right? I mean, that
Hey
makes it
man, I don't know
real.
what you're talking about, bro.
So
But you just rated G,
I know
bro.
it's possible. Let me not go too far.
You know, yeah, I know you live
Right,
in Las Vegas,
right.
bro, but we gotta be careful what we say in
I'm
these
in
live stream, okay?
I'm in Vegas, man. I'm in Vegas, bro. You know how we talk. But yeah, man. So yeah, and yeah, but it makes sense. 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 And then I say, hey, I'm from Vegas, bro. That's what it is. It's concrete out here, bro. So I'm like, yeah, we gotta, everything is pretty much, yeah. You gotta see it and touch it and believe it at the same time. But yeah, I mean, bro, you explained it very well. Very well. And the way you broke it down basic, man, that's what like people like myself need to hear. You know what I mean? I gotta hear, like you said, I might want to know too much about it. I know that whatever the case may be, I just want to understand what I'm doing before
I'm
I
just
put
learning,
my
man.
money
I'm
into
just learning
something
as I
that I
go
don't.
along. Like I started doing articles. Now I'm doing YouTube videos. I'm still starting to do lives. This is my second live, by the way. So I'm just learning how to talk to people in a
Right.
more simple fashion. And as we progress, I'm gonna get better at this as well. Last time I had a crypto expert, so it was much easier talking to him because he's like, "Hey, like I understand cryptocurrency. Ask me the question you want." And we talked about this thing called DeFi, decentralized finance. When you talk about the stock market, you're talking about TradFi, traditional
That's fine.
finance. So this is a very new
Right.
space, very niche.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm doing this because I'm trying to practice basically with you. So as we progress in this, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have you back on,
Yeah.
bro, in a few months when things go parabolic, when the crypto market starts going crazy and you see crazy numbers. You know, Bitcoin one
Okay.
day is $70,000, the next day is 150K. We're gonna have you back on, and we're
Okay.
gonna talk about
Okay.
this as well. We're gonna chop it
Okay.
up again. But James,
Yeah,
this is
man.
the
Let's
time to
do it,
ask me
man.
more questions, bro.
Do it.
I need you to ask me questions about what you don't understand, what else it is, because I want you to leave here and the people that are viewing with a better understanding what's going on.
Yeah. Shoot, Mike. I mean, you didn't explain what I had question about. I mean, you know what it is. You just you made it sound like what's something that I understand real estate. I understand real estate very well. I've been doing it for years, off and on. That's my advice with anybody. Most people that you know invest in real estate, right? If they know how to do it or not, bro, that will get through to a lot of people once you can make dirt out of it. You know what I mean? I mean, you
Absolutely.
understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, yeah, man. And because the way you said it, man, I've heard that thousands of times from different people. I'm like, oh, it flew right over my head. Yeah, okay, whatever. But
Mhm.
that's my next question. But today you pretty much broke it down, man. And the biggest way you broke it down was like it's like buying a home. Most people, a lot of people still don't know just because you buy your home, you don't own you don't own the land, or you
They
don't
can
even
take it
really own
away.
your
They
home.
can
A
take it
lot of
away from
people,
any.
yeah,
They can take away the house from you, or if you don't pay your
of
taxes
course,
after, even after you bought the house upright, right? You put, let's say it's $150,000. That's impossible to get that kind of
yeah,
a home. Let's just say, for example, you pay $150,000. You still got to pay taxes every year, and if you don't pay
every
those
year,
taxes, they can take it away from you. You have a situation where they
like
can make something up about you. They can take it
exactly,
away from you. With
exactly,
cryptocurrency,
exactly.
as long as you hold it on your person, you take it off of a centralized exchange, you take it off of Coinbase, and you put it in your USB. We'll talk about what
Okay,
it's more complicated than that. But let's just say, for example, USB. They have to basically
yeah,
take it off of you or kill you to take it away from you,
hmm.
or you
Okay,
can
now
just
why is
lie.
that?
And if let's say you hide it in your house, I'm just saying, for example, you could just lie. The
Buried
government's
it.
like come
Yeah,
to your house with guns, to, like give us your cryptocurrency, right? You can be like, hey, I went fishing and I lost it last week. It's in the ocean somewhere.
right, right. Got you, got you,
It's still in your
got you.
backyard though. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, just buried. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, yeah, and see that that closes the gap, man, with me. It really does. It closes the gap, and I guarantee it closes the gap with a lot of people whoever's watching this that's just literate about what's going on with crypto. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, awesome. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do that coin the Coinbase thing and sign up for that and just go from there, man.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
man.
Anyway, brother, it was nice chopping it up with you. Unless you have any more questions, I'm gonna go because I want to watch this press conference. I want to see the what's going on with the State of the Union right now because anything can pop off at any moment, so I gotta be careful. I have my wallets ready
Yeah.
just in case I gotta haul ass, cryptocurrency, blah. I
Yeah.
don't have any money. I don't know what you're talking about. Just let me through.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, we're you don't have nothing. Yeah, you're right. Hey, man, it was good talking
I
to
don't
you,
need anything.
man. Thanks for the educational. I appreciate that, Mike, and I will talk to you soon, brother. Appreciate that, man.
And James, I always like to end with one thing. I always say, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos, but I always like to say this: upwards and onwards. All right, brother.
I love that. I love that. I agree, 100%. All right, brother.
Ciao.
Peace.